Hey Scrapping Clearly fans, it is Melinda here with you again today, and I am sharing this page with you that I am using the July sketch challenge for, which I totally forgot to include a photo of, but it is in the blog post, and I will make sure I leave a link to the Facebook group. So up the top, behind the photos, there is what I've read as some fun watercolours. I've decided to work with my gelatos today and the C'est La Vie collection by Pink Paisley. And I've just grabbed the metallic mint, rubbed some of that onto my craft mat and added water, and I'm just literally applying that across the back of my background. I have applied a coat of clear gesso across the background paper as well. I decided to come in with a little bit of lime just for a little bit of colour variation, and I'm drying that off with my heat tool. I wanted some splatters in the background because it's one of my pages and that's just how I roll. So I added some more colour to my mat, some more water, and at this point I went, I'm really concerned about running out of gelato, but seriously, Melinda, just put more on the mat and go for it. Do you ever do that? Go, oh my goodness, what if I run out? Well, you can always buy more, or maybe you'll find something you like more. So yes, we're all a bit silly when it comes to our precious products, but that's okay. So I am scrapbooking. So the sketch has got one photo and I decided to go with three. I've got two little photos. I think they're a little bit smaller than 3x3 and a 4x4 square. And this was the day that we met and brought home our bunny rabbit Olaf. And so I've got two photos of my biggest guy holding Olaf for the first time, which was very, very cute, and one photo of Olaf. Just backing them on a couple of papers and just trimming my layers by hand. So you can see I've also fussy cut those flowers from one of the other pattern papers. Scribbling the date down there before I lose track of it, and there's the sketch on the left hand side there of the screen. So I ummed and ahed about putting another layer behind Olaf and decided not to. Some foam. Just getting the placement exactly where I want it. I had to cut this flower in half because you couldn't see most of it the way that I first positioned it, but I am quite happy with how it is now. I'm going to grab that foam again in a second and cut a couple of little strips, sticking all these bits down to make one big piece to move around the page together. No, that's right, I stuck a bit here and a bit there, and I don't know what I was doing, but it works. So just adding a bit of tape to the foam, because I do want this photo of Olaf to be a little bit higher on the page. Again, a little bit of foam. Sorry for the sniffing, I still have a bit of a cold. I'm sure you can hear that in my voice still. And I'm just going to use some pop dots to pop up some corners and edges of those flowers. Some of the leaves as well. So I've pulled out the ephemera. I knew as soon as I started this page that I wanted to use that Hello from the ephemera pack. It's acetate, it's yellow, I love the colour, and it's got those beautiful flowers on it. I did toy with the idea of putting it up the top, but decided I preferred it down the bottom. Just making sure it's right. I've pulled these alphas from my stash, and I'm going to do a little bit of embellishing. Because the page is so top heavy, I didn't feel I needed to add too much. I did want to bring the yellow up to the top of the page, so I grabbed one of the washi tape strips, and then I'm going to do most of my embellishing with these cork hearts. Got beautiful flecks of gold through them. I'm not normally a fan of cork, but I really like these hearts. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my quick dry adhesive on the tops of those letters so that it doesn't come through. Could save you the pain of watching me stick all of those down. So I've got that little label from the ephemera pack, adding a couple of hearts. That started to lift up, so just smush it back down, as one does. Using some of the washi tape. I thought I'd use the whole strip, and then I kind of went, yeah, no, don't like it. And then I rip it in half, and then I rip the edges, and I end up with just a little bit, but it's just enough. I was surprised at how sticky this washi tape was. It's awesome, actually. It's normally washi tape themselves, and it's annoying. I'm just going to layer my label over the top of that. There we go. This is almost exactly how it stays. I'm going to put some of these black vellum tiny word stickers scattered on the diagonal from the top left to the bottom right of the page. I like the addition of gold and the black. I like the black as well. Just gives it a little bit more to go with the blacks in the floral and also in the alpha. A couple of little streaks down the bottom. Couple at the top. So one ear that I'm putting down now says best. I'm going to place one up the top underneath that other cork heart, and that says smile. The two on the photo say happy day and hashtag never forget this. And then the two right down the bottom say start here and memories. Just making sure I'm 100% happy with the placement. And stamping my date, which is the 29th of April 2014. Got quite a shock when I saw these photos because it doesn't seem that long ago that he was that small, but apparently it was. You can't see it. Oh, have I already done it? I think I've just done the stitching. I've done a row of gold stitching around the edge. So on the sketch, there's like a line all the way around the border about an inch or two in. But I decided I was just going to go with the gold stitching around the edge. Put a little bit of gold stitching through the label as well. I'm just finishing up. I noticed at this point that there was a funny angle where that flower is that I'm playing with that heart. So I just stuck a heart on top of it so you can't see it. So I'm really happy with how this page came together in the end. It was pretty quick and easy to do. The most time consuming part, I think, was doing the fussy cutting and also doing these journaling strips. So while I'm typing that out, I'll read it to you. Since the day we met Olaf, Jacob was completely smitten from the first second he saw him. Perhaps that was in part due to me asking Jacob to help name him. We settled on Olaf after I convinced Jacob that one Jacob was enough for our family. So I'm just trimming down those strips, and I'm just going to trim them down on the ends, and I'm pretty sure I don't make you watch all of this. Just sticking the last couple on. A couple of close-ups on the video. There's the sketch again. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I have changed my layout a little bit and I've moved the camera a bit closer to my desk. Tell me if that's better. Tell me, please, how these voiceovers are coming along. I'm still getting used to these headphone microphone things, but I think that they're sounding better to me when I check, but please let me know if that's not the case. So there's a few close-ups here. I will leave links to the Facebook group, to my blog, to the ScrappingClearly blog. So yeah, thank you as always for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the time you take out of your day to like, leave comments, and subscribe. So I will see you again very soon. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, and happy scrapping. Bye!